Hey, what's up, guys? This is referee Sean O'Brien, a.k.a. referee Sean Patrick. Just want to hop on here and congratulate my man Dre on 1 year of his big show, his big podcast. Appreciate him bringing me on and letting me be a guest and bringing all the exposure he does to this great, beautiful business that we call professional wrestling. So just want to give you a shout out, man, and congratulations on 1 year.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It is your boy, Big Baby of the Year Sports Show, and congratulations on the 1 year anniversary of the 1130 podcast. My boy Dre on Wheels is doing big things. I'm proud of you, boy. Can't wait to be on the show again. Can't wait to have you on the Year Sports Show. So again, on behalf of the Year Sports Show and the rest of Job Tips Network, congratulations. Keep doing your thing. # Black Excellence. Peace. Yeah.
Hi, just want to say a happy anniversary to the 1130 podcast, one of my favourite podcasts in the world. Right, I've been listening to the 1130 podcast for a few months now, after I discovered it on a Facebook group, and I just want to wish them a happy birthday. So keep tuning in, everybody, and here's to another year of the 1130 podcast.
It's your boy, your nephew, your cousin. It's the Don Chaz Evans, one half of the most greatest tag team in pro wrestling right now, Pure Ignorance. Wanting to give a special shout out to the 1130 podcast. I want to wish a special 1 year anniversary to you guys. 1 year is a milestone. Celebrate it. Not many podcasts even make it past 6 months. So celebrate it. You guys are holding it down for the culture. For me and the Prince Machiavelli, happy 1 year anniversary. Stuffing season.
What it do, everybody? This your man Dre, aka Dre on Wheels. This is episode 34 of the 1130 podcast, Talk Pro Wrestling. What's going on with everybody out there? Happy holidays, everybody. Merry Christmas, all that good stuff. Appreciate you guys joining me back here for another episode of Talk Pro Wrestling, man. I dig it so much, man. I'm feeling good. I'm back here, you guys, man, on another week, a new episode to talk some pro wrestling, you guys, man. Good morning, good night, good afternoon to all my listeners across the world. Hope everybody out there is staying safe and having nice holidays, you guys, man. It's some trying times in the world, but 2021 is looking bright. So you guys, man, let's get the ball rolling, man. Before we get to the show, you guys, man, I want to thank everybody, man. I want to thank everybody that helped this podcast, the 1130 podcast, Talk Pro Wrestling, man, to get the 1,500 downloads, plays. You guys, man, I appreciate it so much. Everybody who's been a part of Talk Pro Wrestling, who's been a part of the 1130 podcast, period, man. I appreciate it. Also, you guys, I appreciate you guys for sending the videos, man, because this past Saturday, I celebrated my 1 year anniversary. Yes, my 1 year anniversary of podcasting, man. I've been doing great, man. This has been fun. It's been really fun. If you guys, man, go on YouTube, subscribe to the 1130 podcast. Of course, man, appreciate it, man. When you go on YouTube, man, you see the first episode of the 1130 podcast, man. I'm just mainly talking about wrestling, man. And, you know, I know to the broad, you know, the major audience, you know, wrestling is kind of like in its own bubble. You feel me? Like when people look at you and they realize, like, oh man, you like wrestling, man? You know, like, don't you know it's fake, man? Come on, man. Come on. Yes, I know, bro. Yes, I know. I love it and I enjoy it for the stories, for the athletes and everything above, man. I enjoy it, man. And I keep on enjoying it. And I'm doing this, man, because I love it, you guys. It's the 1130 podcast, Talk Pro Wrestling. Once again, you guys, man, appreciate it, guys. Everybody who stopped past on the 1 year anniversary on Facebook Live, man. Appreciate it so much, man. But also, you guys, man, speaking of Facebook Live, don't forget, you guys, to follow the 1130 podcast on all social media platforms, man. And if you're watching me on YouTube, man, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below. You dig, man? And on Spotify, don't forget to follow me, man. Leave a review on Apple Podcasts, 5-star rating. You dig? You guys, man. Also, you guys, man, before we get into the show, it's going to be a very good one. I'm excited. I want to shout out my guest who was on last week, you guys, Miranda Morales, you guys. She's a ring announcer, backstage announcer for IZW, you guys. Appreciate you joining me on the podcast last week, Miranda Morales. It was a very, very dope episode. But you guys, man, I'm back here on this episode, you guys, man. I just want to bless everybody, just speak with everybody, recap some wrestling, man. I know everybody's in the holiday move. The season ain't, probably ain't maybe what it seems, what it used to be because of the whole COVID and the pandemic right now. So a lot of people are going through, what they're going through. So talk pro wrestling, man. We're going to get your mind off it, man. So we're going to recap some pro wrestling, man. We're going to start off, man. We just had the WWE Slammy Awards, you guys. And I'm just going to recap some Slammy Awards here on the podcast, you guys. Some of them were cool. Some of these new Slammy Awards was kind of like all over the place, for real. Superstar of the Year, Drew McIntyre. Of course, man, they go Drew McIntyre defeated Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania to become the WWE champion. Just won the WWE championship back from Randy Orton not too long ago ahead of Survivor Series. So Drew McIntyre had a hell of a career right now. So pick up to Drew McIntyre. Really, really, really digging that. Also, Drew McIntyre is the male superstar of the year among other nominees, though, among Bray Wyatt, Roman Reigns. Kind of feel like Drew McIntyre has had the year. When he lost the WWE championship, I was like, man, I feel really bad. I remember when Jinder Mahal became WWE champion. And, I was like, ooh, man. And when he lost it, I was like, I don't know if that's going to happen again. He's been out for injury sometimes, so, well, time will tell. But Drew McIntyre, reclaimed the WWE championship for a second time, That's, two members of 3MB. They became three WWE champions. So I'm really digging it. Heath Slater doing his thing in Impact Pro Wrestling. So time will tell. But I'm proud of Drew. Really, really proud of Drew. Ring Gear of the Year, you guys. Like I was saying, crazy categories this year to the New Day. Yeah, to the New Day. In my opinion, I think it should have went to Bianca Belair. I think Bianca Belair had, did her thing on SmackDown with her gear and everything. So, yeah, crazy category. Rivalry of the Year, Randy Orton and Edge for the whole, best wrestler, greatest wrestler of them all. I go with it. Female superstar of the year. Now, you guys right here, I disapprove of this. As much as I love Sasha Banks, as much as I love her, I really think Bayley should have been superstar of the year. Yes. Bayley has been SmackDown Women's Champion for over a year. She won Money in the Bank. Not only did she win Money in the Bank, she cashed in that same night to beat Charlotte Flair, the queen of WWE, to go on to hold the SmackDown Women's Champion for a long time. She would change up, I think, the debut of Friday Night SmackDown on Fox. Not only that, she would just take that character and just evolve in it. It's all about what you can, change up in. If you can stay relevant in the business. And she evolved. And that's one thing I like about Bayley. And she continued to defeat challenger after challenger, whether it was Nikki Cross every week, whether it was Alexa Bliss, but, in this pandemic, I think it should have been, Bayley, excuse me, even though Sasha won, I'm digging her, I think in the start of this no fans, period in wrestling, that first SmackDown when there was no fans. Sasha and Bayley was the first people out there to experience that, and Bayley and Sasha really did it. That was the main focus throughout the whole summer, and a little bit of the fall. And when Bayley turned on Sasha. So I think Bayley really had a great year. And then speaking of turning on Sasha, she won a double cross of the year, turning on Sasha. So, hey, Bayley wins. Bayley wins, and I guess we all wins. Tag team of the year, you guys, the Street Profits. Who else going to be tag team of the year? The Viking Raiders kind of like they went out. Miz and Morrison, I guess not really so. They kind of like formed halfway through. Maybe the Usos. No, the other Uso, I think it was Jimmy. I think he's hurt right now. So it's like the tag team division right now ain't really been too good in WWE. But Street Profits is doing their thing. And match of the year, man, goes to the Boneyard match, man, of course, man. Other nominees, man, such as like AJ Styles and Daniel Bryan for the Intercontinental Championship on SmackDown. That was a hell of a match. Hell of a match, man. So, I don't know. I got to get, that's up there. Also, man, that Jey Uso match and Roman Reigns at Hell in a Cell, man, that story was good. But, come on. Undertaker's last match, Boneyard match. I'm with it, man. I'm with it. Boneyard match. The match of the year. You guys, man, we're going to move on to the podcast. You guys, man, this past Sunday, TLC went down, of course. Some tremendous matches. Some really chaotic stuff that really went down. I'm going to recap some of it, you guys, man. Drew McIntyre, of course, man, started out the night and went one-on-one with AJ Styles, the Phenomenal One TLC match. Brutal matchup that was Drew McIntyre retaining the championship. I didn't understand Sasha Banks defending the title on SmackDown and then defending it at TLC. But hey, Sasha Banks wins. Roman Reigns, of course, have a dominant match. The tribal chief, the head of the table, the big dog, my man. Roman Reigns is just, he just keep thriving, and I'm loving it, And I'm just waiting for when Jimmy, like I was saying earlier, when Jimmy is going to involve his way into this, and, will it be when Goldberg comes out and really, really solidify that Roman Reigns, is next? I'm pretty sure they may go down to the Royal Rumble at the Royal Rumble. So we'll see. The Hurt Business, yes, you guys. The Hurt Business is the new Raw Tag Team Champions. Dominant matchup. They have beaten the Hurt Business a couple of times prior to TLC. Cedric Alexander or Shelton Benjamin getting victory. I really, really love what MVP has put together here. And with Bobby Lashley being the CEO of the Hurt Business and also the United States champion. And now we got Shelton Benjamin and Cedric Alexander, the Raw Tag Team Champions, man. Come on. When the last time Shelton Benjamin been Tag Team Champions? The story was that after Shelton Benjamin became Tag Team Champions, he went straight to Chad Gaspar's sons, went to their house and celebrated with his son. Class act of Shelton, man. That's really, really dope. That's really, really dope. Shelton ain't been tag team champ in a long time. Famous tag team champs with Charlie Haas. But Cedric Alexander, man, he been cruiserweight champ, and this is another step in his career. So I'm really, really proud of the Hurt Business and see exactly where they go, you guys. Speaking of tag team champs, you guys, the women tag team champs, tag team titles was on the line. Nia and Shayna Baszler was set to defend their tag team titles against Asuka, an opponent of their choosing, and out comes the woo. I don't think that was good. Woo. I think that was a little bit better, but out come Charlotte Flair, you guys. Yes, Charlotte Flair is back, and Charlotte and Asuka won the women tag team championships. I thought that was kind of cool, them two having sort of a big rivalry in WWE. So I thought that was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. I'm digging it and seeing where it goes. Also, you guys, man, of course, the big matchup, Randy Orton taking on The Fiend, man. When this matchup started, you guys, I was like, okay, like if this is a Firefly Funhouse, with the fire or whatever, Inferno match, like where's the fire? And The Fiend does, raise the hand, and the fire comes up. And see, they moved the commentary table for this match, and Randy Orton wore jeans and stuff. So I figured he was going to be the person that was put on fire, but it was actually The Fiend. Thought it was a great match, very creative. But The Fiend, put on, he was set on fire. And this reminds me of back in 2003 in a way, when Kane set JR on fire. And I'm just puzzled as a kid at 12 years old when Kane put JR on fire, and I'm just like, how the hell did they do that? And now fast forward to here when Randy Orton just, and I'm pretty sure it was some jump cut scenes. If not, I have no idea how the hell they did that. It was pretty cool. He is the Viper. That Monday when Randy Orton actually, Bray Wyatt was actually going around looking for Randy Orton, and Randy Orton put Bray in this whole box or whatever, set it on flames, and man, I had the same look when Randy had when The Fiend jumped out of it, like with it on fire. So, I mean, I'm interested in seeing where this goes. Bray Wyatt is, kind of like collecting his, I don't know what to call it, but he's going back, and everyone who did him wrong, he's getting them. He's really, really getting them. So, man, I'm interested. I'm really, really interested, man. Monday Night Raw, man. Speaking of Bray Wyatt and Monday Night Raw, this past week, man, really wasn't too much to talk about this week. Besides Alexa Bliss, Randy Orton, in the middle of the ring, and you thinking The Fiend comes out, and Alexa Bliss comes out, man. And, man, that was a spooky little segment, and I'm like, how the hell did they do that with her playground set in the middle of the ring? Okay, they hit that, the lights. It didn't seem like it was that long, so I have no idea. That's the television crap that I kind of like love in a way, but I kind of like hate, because I'm like, how the hell did they do that? Alexa Bliss just, standing there and just like, yeah, man, Bray, he gonna get you. He gonna get you though, but really loving Alexa Bliss in this role, man. Really, really, really cool, you guys, man. Really, really cool. But you guys, man, we're gonna move on here on the podcast, you guys, to some MLW, you guys. Major League Wrestling. Yes, man. Shout out to Major League Wrestling. This past week, man, Dirty Blondes, they picked up a huge victory. And not only that, you guys, man, we seen the Opera Cup Finals, you guys. Yes, 50 Tom Lawler took away the Opera Cup, and he had a brutal matchup, man. Really good matchup with Low Key. That was really, really dope, man. But also, you guys, man, Kings of Coliseum, January 6th. It's going to be a really good show, man, on YouTube, man. The MLW YouTube channel. Myron Reed going one-on-one with Leo Rush. Is going to be dope for the championship, man. So can't wait for that, man, for MLW, man. So, but you guys, man, I hope you guys are having a great holiday. I know times are really trying out there. We gotta, make what we got work. So, 2021 is going to be really, really bright. I promise you that, you guys, man. But I appreciate you guys joining me here on the 1130 podcast, Talk Pro Wrestling, you guys, this week, man. There's some, a lot going on in wrestling, man. A lot going on in wrestling, for real. But you guys, man, sit tight, you guys. On the other side, you guys, man, I'm going to talk some more wrestling, of course, some AEW. What we got tap for SmackDown, you guys, this week. Some NXT, you guys, and a little bit more. So sit tight. I got a message, you guys, from my friends over at Anchor, and we'll be right back here. The 1130 Podcast Talk Pro Wrestling, you guys.
You have a lot to say. Maybe you've thought, I should start a podcast. Meet Anchor, the easiest way to make a podcast ever. It's a powerful mobile app and web tool that lets you record a podcast anywhere and distribute it everywhere. It's great whether you're a seasoned pro or just starting out. And it's 100% free. You can record your show straight into Anchor on your phone, iPad, or the web, using any mic you want. Record alone or with friends or co-hosts anywhere in the world. You can add background music and transitions, and your listeners can send you voice messages that you can incorporate right into your next episode. If you want to produce your show using another app, you can upload your own audio directly from web or mobile, and still take advantage of Anchor's totally free podcast hosting. Once your podcast is ready to publish, Anchor can automatically distribute it to every major podcast platform. That includes Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and Spotify, so your listeners can hear your show wherever they want. And on the web, you can see detailed analytics about how people are listening. Plus, you'll get a great-looking profile page where anyone can listen to your podcast or subscribe to it. And if you want to ask your audience to support your work, Anchor makes it easy to collect monthly payments from the people who love your podcast and want to see it grow. You really don't need a recording studio, expensive equipment, or a bunch of technical knowledge to deal with a podcast feed. Just get started and join the diverse community of podcasters already on Anchor. We can't wait to hear your podcast.
Yo, you guys, welcome back here to the 1130 Podcast Talk Pro Wrestling. Appreciate you guys sticking with me throughout the commercial break. Appreciate my friends over at Anchor for that sponsor, you guys, man. Once again, back here at Talk Pro Wrestling. You guys, man, one thing I am very, very proud of to say, because I've been a fan of wrestling in general for a long time. I came in 99, so I guess not that long, but maybe like 20 years, going on like 21 years or such. Man, women wrestling right now. Over at Impact right now, they about to crown the Knockout Women Tag Team Champions. WWE right now, of course, they tag team champions right now, whether it's, that division is not so good at the moment, and of course, the height of the women's evolution and everything, man. And I'm really loving how women wrestling has come so far. You guys, man, and I created this podcast, of course, man, I love wrestling. And each and every week, every other day, man, I'm watching, and I'm kind of like binge watching some old school WWE. I go back and forth, the story continues. Raw and SmackDown. I'm in the year now of 06. I say this preview on a podcast. Then I was in 05. Now I'm in 06. And seeing how far the women has come. And Vince McMahon was putting these ladies, such as Melina, Tori Wilson, Victoria, Trish, Mickey James, at this point still in bra and panty matches, and seeing how far these women has come, such as Bayley, Sasha, Charlotte, Becky, Ronda, when they main evented WrestleMania. You feel me? Like they were only, set to a certain limit to go out there to have 2-minute matches, 3-minute matches, 4-minute matches, and not tell, so much of a story. So, man, I'm so proud of women wrestling, man. So shout out to women wrestling and hope it come real, real far. We got to get another women WrestleMania main event, man. So we're going to do that. You guys also, speaking of me, just in the past, watching some old school wrestling, you guys, man. I talked about this on a bonus episode that's going to be featured here on Talk Pro Wrestling soon. About Eddie Guerrero, you guys. his 15th anniversary was a month and a half ago, and just reliving that, just watching that, and just seeing how a lot of guys react and wasn't just right after that, specifically Chris Benoit. And so I just remember how great Eddie was. And just imagine, the things that Eddie would accomplish, if he was still here. But obviously he's not. So, man, Eddie Guerrero will be missed. And of course, some great, great matches we would love to see. So, yeah, man. WWE Network library, man. It's there to watch. Man. I've been a wrestling fan since I was 9 years old, man. I fell in love with it. The stories they tell and the athleticism that's in the ring and everything to everything. I'm loving it. But you guys, man, enough of me, man. We gotta get back to the show, man. We're gonna get into some NXT, you guys, that took place this week, you guys. We started out with a tag team title street fight match between Oni Lorcan and Danny Burch. They defeated Drake, Maverick, and Killian Dane, which was a dope matchup right there to start off. It was a Johnny Gargano's, Christmas night, It was a Johnny Gargano's Christmas night, so awesome match to start off with that. We see my man Swerve Scott, man. My man Swerve is kind of like going in a different direction. He feeling some type of way. He don't like the losses he taking, but in a way he's kind of like focused more on his music thing. You feel me? So, with WWE right now, it's kind of like saying, hey, superstars, only worry about what's going on here. And the superstar talent is like, nah, man, you feel me? Like, if I get hurt and I ain't got nothing else to do, then, what is it to say? Like, so, come on. But, Swerve Scott, man. Also, he defeated Jake Atlas, though. My man Velveteen Dream, man, is back, man. He kind of like been on a sluggish right now, but he's back. He had a big matchup with my man Adam Cole that took place later on the show, you guys. But Rhea Ripley defeated Dakota Kai. I'm really loving Rhea Ripley doing with Raquel Gonzalez. Man, she's really big. She's really big, man. I'm loving that. You guys, Toni Storm, man, love that Toni. I love Toni Storm. Love her. Put her on the screen every week, every week. Bronson Reed returned. I love Bronson Reed, man. That intro is fire. I love it. But Bronson Reed is back, you guys. Another person that's back is Mercedes Martinez. Yes, indeed. She's back. She beat up Io, man. Io went out to the ring to try to, man, like, I'm the champ, man. Ain't nobody about to, like, play me for real. Like, but Mercedes Martinez, man, is back. Also, you guys, man, Leon Ruff, it seemed like he went on a little dip after he lost the North American Championship. Yeah, even though he defeated Timothy Thatcher this week on NXT. So pick up to Leon Ruff. He's going to get his rematch for the North American Championship coming up, I think, next week or so on NXT, you guys. A really cool star, you guys. I think he's on the rise, maybe in NXT. I don't know. What's your guys' thoughts about Tyler Russ, man? Yeah, what's your guys' thoughts on him? Seems like, he's on the rise, But like I was saying, you guys earlier, Velveteen Dream went one-on-one with Adam Cole, baby. Yeah, man, Adam Cole, baby, man, was in the main event at NXT this week, and he defeated Velveteen Dream, man. So it was a dope matchup this week, and NXT was very exciting, man, very exciting, to us and everybody off with the holidays and Christmas, you guys. So very exciting. Also, you guys, man, we're going to move on to some AEW, you guys, man. AEW, yes, man. We started out with MJF and Chris Jericho of the Inner Circle. They tagged up, man, to take on the top Flight, which was a hell of a matchup right there. MJF and, of course, Jericho defeated Top Flight. My man Jaeger, my man Jay Jaeger, he's just like, man, yo, Warlord, I got a problem with you. I'm beefing with you. You don't seem happy with this, bro. Like, we going to settle this, bro. Next week, live on Dynamite, come get some. For real, MJF ain't really happy, though, but, you know, hey, that is what it is. Sting, man, he came out. You know, I'm really kind of, like, intrigued when Sting come on because I'm kind of like, you know, why you here? So he basically say he's here because, you know, it's Dusty. You know, Dusty, you know, kind of like set it in stone, set it in motion for Sting and everything. So Sting is where he's at because of Dusty. And not only that, Dusty's son is the man of this company, All Elite Wrestling. So why not, you know? And then TNT, like when that was WCW back in the days, you know, in them days when they was running that shit, you know, my man Sting was the man. So, you know, so hey, so that's why my man Sting is back. We're gonna see where it goes with that right there, you guys. Also, you guys, man, Jurassic Express defeated Dark Order, in which was a exciting, very, very exciting matchup right there, 6-man tag team match. Also, you guys, man, Pac defeated the Butcher. Yes, Pac defeated the Butcher. Also, you guys, man, MJF, man, he's trying to win everybody over in the inner circle, you know. I think it was Santana had a death in the family. So he's trying to win them over. And Ortiz, you know, kind of, you know, he shook MJF hand. You know, even though he was, you know, one of the guys who was in the inner circle was against MJF joining. So I think MJF is trying to just ease his way in it, you know, and use him the best way he can, guys. With the NBA, you know, coming back and Dynamite came on late this week here on the East Coast, you guys. What's up with Shaq? You know, in All Elite Wrestling, and Shorty that was supposed to be involved with Shaq or whatever, and this Brandy Rose thing going on. You know, I'm just gonna say that I really don't know, but somebody tell me what's going on with that one right there. You know, I'm lost. I'm really lost. I see the cross, you know, interaction they, you know, got, but I don't know. But what I do know, you guys, that AEW Beach Break will take place February 3rd, you guys. And that night, yes, that night will be AEW's first wedding. It will be first wedding. Kip Sabian and Penelope Ford with the best man, Miro Man. You know, they're going to have their wedding. So we're going to see how this goes. The longest I've been watching wrestling, a wedding didn't really go well. So I'm trying to see what is going to be the break here in All Elite Wrestling. So I'm going to be really excited for that one, though. Dustin defeat Evil Ono of the Dark Order, you guys. AEW Women's Champion, she wins her match, but you guys, you know, she's beefing right now with Abaddon. And I want to say this real quick. You know, with Abaddon going after the AEW Women's World Championship, it reminds me of when Paul Heyman, you know, kind of, you know, when Paul Heyman said what he said about Bray Wyatt, you know, the Fiend, when Roman Reigns, you know, took back the title after the Fiend has, you know, had it. It was just like, okay, you guys, man, this is a huge company here. Which AEW was also trying, you know, portraying. They're also a huge company, not even portraying. I'm not even going to say that. They're a huge company, you know, with Tony Khan, you know, on their back and Cody doing their thing. They are a very huge company. So I want to say, you know, with a woman such as, or the character such as Abaddon, you know, in that character, you know, if you want to make her the women's champion, she's going to be out there at the forefront in the main poster. You know, kids are going to shy away from that. You know, just how Paul Heyman said, you know, you don't want to have a monster as your champion. You want to have someone you can look up to be inspired by. That could be the head, you know, that could be the leader or such. Maybe I'm trying to run with it, but hey, they exploring. I like Abaddon, but they exploring. They exploring what they got and what they doing. So hey, I'm digging it, you guys. I'm digging it. Also, you guys, man, the main event to wrap it up, man. Young Bucks, man, defeated the Acclaim. The Acclaim, after what they said last week about, women on a period or whatever in a promo / rap or whatever, yeah, they are officially heels now. Like, the crowd was not behind them. They booed them. Boo, you suck. So if they want to, like, get like negative heat, they did it. So, but the Young Bucks retained their tag team championships against the Acclaim, man. So great wrestling week this week. Slammy's, of course, Raw, SmackDown, you guys. This week we're going to see Roman Reigns defend his Universal Championship against KO, man, in a rematch. It's going to be a dope match. Also, we're going to see Big E take on Sami Zayn this Friday on SmackDown. So it's going to be very exciting to see, man. Very, very exciting to see you guys. I appreciate you guys joining me back here on Talk Pro Wrestling this week. I hope you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful holidays. Times are rough. It only really seemed like maybe the holidays this year, with funds are short. And I just hope everybody out there, stay safe. Stay safe. Everything's gonna get better. Some say, things may get worse before they get better, but if it does, it will get better. You guys have faith, believe, and all that good stuff, man. Happy Hanukkah. Shout out to all my listeners, man, for real, all over the UK, Canada, Germany, all over the states. Some from DC. So shout out to all my people over in DC, man. Everybody here in DC. For real, man. Appreciate it so much. You dig, man? For real. But you guys, man, man. Before I go, you guys, man, don't forget to follow the 1130 podcast, you guys, on all social media platforms. Follow the 1130 podcast on Twitter at Dre on Wheels. Follow me on Instagram at the 1130 podcast. Like the 1130 podcast on Facebook. Subscribe. Yes, subscribe to the 1130 podcast right here on YouTube. Yes, like it, leave a comment, share it. Trying to get the 1130 podcast up and out there. Also, you guys, if you listen to me on Spotify, don't forget to follow. And also subscribe on Apple Podcasts, you guys. Leave a 5-star rating and a review. If you enjoy and like the 1130 podcast and would like to be on the 1130 podcast and talk some pro wrestling, email me at the 1130 podcast at gmail.com. That's at the 1130 podcast at gmail.com. Or just DM me on, Instagram or Twitter. You feel me, man? I appreciate it. I dig this episode so much, man. Just recapping it before the holidays had to come through. It's your man Dre, aka Dre on Wheels, you guys, man. I'm out.